Yo, 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 yo. What to do is popping. It's the undeniable, the reliable. Don't know if I'm gonna finish my story. Trigger Trey Night.
Yo. Well, this your boy Blackout Jones, the historian. Hey, my story finished already. But hey, it is what it is.
Last WrestleMania. And y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Carlito the Cannon.
Cannon.
Representing the Carolina Wrestling Cartel, and you listening to Beyond the Bell.
Hurt.
I'm not hurt. Like, okay, let's dive in. Let's dive in, bro. Trigger, how you feeling about SmackDown, man?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The build up, like when WWE shared the reel of Roman and Cody, the face off the first time when he and
Jim and Jay were on the stage.
Look, it just gives you goosebumps. Chef's kiss. And it's like, all right, we getting this again. Build up to WrestleMania. We already knew he was going to choose Roman because, yeah, Seth may have made good points to some other people, but it wasn't good enough for Cody. Those points Cody was for him. So when it was spinning in a direction as he was talking, I was like, all right, he's spitting that. Roman talked this, he talked this jump, ether, mic drop, And shout out to Public Enemies putting the ether beat all over that. They doing their thing. But
that's a specialty there. Shout out to the homie Ben. I'm sorry, Mars. Heel turn Hayden. If y'all don't know my guy, that's one of my guys right there.
And I'm like, all right, they over here spitting, Cody doing his thing. And then we hit the, I'm gonna finish my story, but not at WrestleMania. Like me and Bree, we was on like a little date night Zoom call with our counselors with a whole bunch of other couples. I disregarded that. I looked at the iPad like, I said, what? And then he was like, I took some notice. I took some counsel from somebody that knows you very well. What the Rock is cooking.
Well, I sat up in that bed last night.
I was like this. Bree was like, "You're not happy?" I said,
"Yo, boy,
that's him." Yeah, look, that's his. Bro,
if nobody don't know, I love Dwayne. That's my guy.
That's my third cousin twice removed.
Yeah, that might be my pops. I just don't know. But I felt the air, like even though they was cheering loud for Dwayne. Mm-hmm. I just felt the air leave out my body. I was like, what does this mean? Like, bro, what? Hey, I know what it means, but I just
you know what it means.
And guess what? 400,000 other people feel the same way.
The most disliked singular video in WWE history.
Number one trending worldwide right now.
We want Cody.
And
I'm gonna let you get into your spiel first because you wasn't here for the recap. So I'm gonna let you holler at the audience. We're gonna start it off with Trigger Trey. What's going on, man? How you feel about it?
Bro, I completely understand a business perspective, and we talk about this all the time on the pod. We understand business. The new acquisition with TKO moving forward and also introducing Dwayne on the board, that's a big statement. Him getting his name, The Rock, ownership of that is big.
Yeah, I got something to say about that, but go ahead.
When you get to this point, it's, you got all the rumors coming out about, he influenced and pushing and Punk and the whole scandal with Brock and Vince to try to get some of the heat off of that. But to be honest, the only heat it was really coming from, like, it didn't last long. I mean, we knew once Vince got out that seat and they got rid of him, we knew the sponsors and stuff may have looked at that differently. It's like, okay, we see what y'all doing, we respect it, because we already know as a conglomerate, you have multiple brands, you understand you have to do what's best for business. I get the money draw, I get it. But like we said multiple times on this pod and in our individual circle, if you were going to do this, you should have done this at 39 before. I get it. Rock schedule. oh, it just the timing wasn't right. I mean, at the end of the day, the timing ain't right now to me. It's not right. Because now, if it's going the way that I think it's going, okay, you get the match with Rock, you get it at Mania, you get your little time to shine. But if that man wins the championship, where the hell we go from here?
Well,
Like,
you know what? I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna say that.
and it's like you never know because
No.
in a sense you didn't think this would happen like this. We kind of kept it in a sense. You kind of kept it in the back of your mind, like how we was at the Royal Rumble. You didn't know who was coming out. You didn't know who was coming at 30, 25. You was like, oh, I'm gonna keep it in the back of my head just in case it does happen, so I won't be, let down, disappointed. But the situation with Cody is that you've been yearning for this all year. You've been getting the setup, you've been getting the push, you've been getting the interaction, you've been getting this, you've been getting that. And the only time that we really questioned whether Cody was going to win the Rumble maybe was at Rumble. Because it could have went CM Punk.
Either way.
It could have went Cody. And then you have speculation now that, oh, it was supposed to be CM Punk to win it, and then it would have been still Cody. Either way, it was a lot of speculation. Nobody really expected The Rock to really insert himself. Like, yeah, he popped up every now and then, but we all know when Rock pops up, is he staying for a while? Is he staying for long? We know he has to start filming for whatever Fast and Furious this is by now.
Is this 11?
Yeah.
10 part 1
10
or
part 1
2
or 10,
or whatever.
10 part 2 and then 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point it's like, you got all this stuff that his schedule is so busy. So to me, it's like a one-off. But if you hearing all these rumors about, oh, he set it up, he's pushing to win. I don't like listening to rumors during this, but you can't help but see it when you see this atrocity over X and social media, and you can't help but, dang, what I'm gonna say about that? I love Dwayne. I love The Rock. I mean, I know from a talent perspective what he can bring, the eyes that he could bring, the sponsorships, the money. Again, he could bring business. But for storyline purposes, we understand that it's, the Anoa'i family and understanding why this is a dream match. But this ain't the match I want right now because I think it's overdue to me. I mean, I don't too much care for it now. But that's feel for Cody. Hopefully, we see what happened here. I don't know if WWE or creative or TKO is gonna listen to the fans. This may be one of the ones where they're like, hey, tough titty Miss Kitty, we pushing on with Rock and Roman. So I mean, we'll see how these next couple of days go over. I guess Cody won't be on the next edition of 2K because he's not finishing his story. So yeah.
Big Black, how you feel about it, brother?
So there's two things that is, whether it's rumored or not, it's a problem, and it can continue to be a problem. One, you have The Rock allegedly bringing in his own creative team. Two, you have TKO pretty much superseding whatever Triple H may have had going on, or whatever we know what he had going on. That's a problem, because you mean to tell me that you don't trust me with my creative to bring in your creative, and then on two, now that you're with TKO and Endeavor, oh, they're making the decisions now on what's best for business, and not the man that has been doing this story for 2 years, that's been building this story for 2 years, and Triple H, who we all trust. You have fans out here that want him to be fired. Watch what you wish for.
I don't want to talk over anybody. That's why I'm doing my best. We got to be careful saying we all, because it's not a we all thing. There are a lot of Triple H story detractors out here. There are a lot of people who do not like his, so we don't want to say we all.
Okay. So, or some out there.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's about 50 from the circles that I watch and read and listen to. It's 50-50. A lot of people do not like Triple H's booking style. They don't like the way he crafts his pay-per-view, his premium live events. There are a lot of Triple H detractors out there, so we can't say we all trust Triple H.
Well, if those people there, if they have an issue with that, then you definitely had an issue before he was running the whole show.
Yes and no, because there were a lot of Vince McMahon supporters in his booking. I mean, I'm actually seeing comments now. Vince McMahon would have never allowed this to happen. There are a lot of people.
Yeah, and Vince
McMahon
wouldn't allow Roman Reigns to be the champion as long as he's been either.
No, so yeah.
You know what I mean? There wouldn't have been no Sami Zayn, and there wouldn't have been no bloodline. It lasted at least this long that it has lasted. You know what I'm saying? But those two things are a problem. As far as the Cody situation, allegedly, you know, like you said, Rock supposedly is pushing for, push forward, and supposedly he's pushing for to actually win the championship, at WrestleMania. One, winning the championship, that would be I ain't gonna say it'll be the death knell, but that'll definitely be a problem. But as far as Cody Friday night, I saw the look on his face. I saw the look. That look, I looked in his eyes, and them eyes were very telling.
I can see your pain.
Them eyes are very telling. Like you be like you, whatever it was, he didn't agree with none of that. That fake smile during that embrace, that was fake. Him walking out, the look on his face, like that's supposed to be my moment, really not yours. Whatever The Rock told him, yeah, they probably told CM Punk the same thing. That's why he left in the first place, but whatever. Hey, man, you're going to get yours, man. Don't worry about it. Just do me this favor. But at the end of the day, I mean, hey, Cody, karma, well, karma something else.
Damn, cuz.
Dang, cuz. What?
Damn, cuz. Yeah.
It is.
I mean, he got karma last year. He gonna get double karma?
Now he ain't even in the match this year. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah,
he didn't got dealt a blow 2 years in a row. But the Madison Square Garden thing, yeah, that would make sense. To win the belt, then I mean that would definitely complete the story. I hope with everybody, or not everybody, but majority of the people that are against it or whatnot. Maybe we'll have another Daniel Bryan situation. Maybe not.
You think they're gonna hijack the story?
You know what I mean? Maybe TKO and Endeavor. Maybe if you're gonna. So
sad.
Are we too deep in it to make a switch real quick? Is it over?
Rumble, okay. Rumble is. Well, and so and y'all know I do my best to stay away from reports and Meltzers and all that madness. Reports are that Triple H would actually even have a hard time getting TKO to change their mind from this direction they're going now. Yeah. Let's look at it, and like we said, business is always going to be the number one aspect. WWE is their second priority is pleasing the fans. Their number one priority is their bottom line. That's how it's always going to be. That's why they're the industry leader. The Rock versus Roman Reigns is the biggest match you can have. It's just like Rock and Hogan at the time. Now, it should have been Austin and Hogan, but Austin was not here mentally, physically. Yeah. He was already starting his downturn. So, especially now hindsight being 2020 and looking at the superstar status of Dwayne, that was the biggest match you could have at 18. There's a couple of points I want to make real quick about this match before we move on to why we're really here tonight, and that's the NXT predictions. Number one, I used to be of the vein of thought that The Rock versus Roman should have happened at 38 or 39, but 38 years of WrestleMania, 39 years of WrestleMania does not sound as good as 40 years of WrestleMania. And we all know WWE loves their taglines. Yeah. If it's catchy, if it's something that they can, push forward and have trending, it's a thing. There's a 40 years of WrestleMania, gonna be, that's the tagline for WWE 2K24. The new WrestleMania arena is going to be patched in through DLC later this year, which is something they've never done.
Never.
There's so much riding on the fact that this is 40 years of WrestleMania that the match sounds great. Philly makes sense. When did Rock come out and save Roman?
In Philly.
In Philly.
No fucking.
I mean, the story is already there, ready to be built, to be crafted, to be laid. I'm still of the same thought and vein that the match doesn't need to be for the championship, because you don't need the championship involved in this match. But if it is what it is. No muss, no fuss.
It's definitely going to be.
Doesn't need to be.
Don't.
Now, before previously, I didn't think that, hey, The Rock had a chance of winning. Now you do not know because, and once again, I hate that I saw it, but it makes sense that you see it now. Reports are swirling that the thought is one more unification.
We'll talk about with Cody with the world heavyweight.
Dwayne winning or Roman winning and Cody winning. Now,
but why?
Let me stop cutting me off. Let me finish. That adds a layer of finishing the story because not only would Cody unify 2 titles, he'd unify every title that WWF has, and he would become the undisputed WWE has. He would become the new undisputed WWE champion, period. There's no secondary belt. There's no consolation prize. He is the champion in the company. A lot of people have kept the finishing the story means beating Roman at WrestleMania. No, it doesn't. They added the layer of Roman. They added that. Adding Roman into finishing the story was genius marketing. Don't get me wrong, because the booking was already there. The 1,000 days, the undefeated over 3 years. Those layers were there to make it look like, well, dang, he's got to beat Roman. That has nothing to do with nothing. Roman has nothing to do with his dad in terms of his career. Roman has nothing to do with superstar Billy Graham in terms of his career.
Nope.
The story is the WWF Championship in Madison Square Garden, which Dusty was robbed of. Doesn't matter who the champion would have been. Like I said, it could have been Jinder. That would have got Cody over more because Jinder would have been a hated heel. Because no matter what, and unfortunately at the end of the day, Roman is still getting cheered. It sucks. They're starting to twist the knob a little bit with the boos, but he's still Roman. He's still the tribal chief. At the end of the day, acknowledge me, and they still like it's a thing. But for the second year in a row, and I said this earlier, they have now made Cody the most revered and beloved babyface on the roster. Remember last year, fans were pushing, oh man, that should have went to Sammy. No, Sammy deserves to be in the main event. And what happened by the time Cody got to Mania? That pop, that whoa, those goosebumps, the upsetness of Cody losing, and the story of, oh man, why they put him with Brock? And then you saw what happened when they put him with Brock, and then the trilogy came. Putting him with Dom at Money in the Bank, man, why are they putting him with Dom? And then the pop that he got from winning that. At the end of the day, finishing the story means winning the WWE Championship at Madison Square Garden. Now, like we said, there's a couple of little caveats that we weren't privy of before. This will be, if he wins, this will be Roman Reigns' 1,000th win in his career. Another tagline they can drop merch for. Sharon's rocking a 1,000-day jacket. That's something else they can push merch out for, something else they can build a storyline about. Do I like Cody probably going after Seth at Mania? No, just because I don't care about the match. The match is probably going to be a good match. You've already beat Cody at Wrestle, so now you're going after what, the Rock and Stone Cold territory, where he multiple WrestleMania main events with each other, but Seth has lost 3 times in a row.
I see Seth winning.
I see Seth winning this one now,
and having Damian pick it up. So
Damian, and then or Cody wins and Damian cashes in. But now you've given another layer to the story, because once again, now fans are going to be upset about Cody not getting. You still got Drew, because they're emphasizing and focusing on Drew now.
Yeah.
They are building the ultimate white meat underdog babyface. They're building him more than they built Sting up to win the title at Great American Bash.
Yep.
Like, this is going to be, because I'm still seeing online, before Rock showed up, Cody ain't the guy, man. Y'all Cody stands make me. I'm still seeing it. So it's still not all the way there yet. So what do? Like we said last episode, Black. Oh man, y'all are finally getting to a point to where the Cody babyface train is almost full. It's almost there, but so they added another layer of it. And I mean, it's just at this point, which, hey, if the unification happens, I'm still not going to be a fan of it. There's too much top-heavy talent to only have one belt. But I've been seeing a lot of fans say they want the titles, unified, and to be like the Attitude Era, where there were 6 or 7 main event caliber guys going after that belt, and then having your other divisions, you know, peaked and tuned, and hey, I'm with you, bro. I prefer keeping shows separate because without the brand split and without splitting your titles, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston never win a WWE championship. They're never a world champion anywhere. That'll never happen. Like let's call a spade a spade. There's a chance that Big E may never be world champion if they kept the belts under one. Like that's just it is what it is. So the sadness, the look of defeat, the oh my gosh, all that is just to garner sympathy for the most over baby face on the roster, because that's who he is. Like let's call it what it is now. There ain't a bigger baby face on that roster than Cody Rhodes, especially after this past last night. There ain't one. They are, I mean, rocket ship to the moon of baby.
I'm going to SmackDown next Friday in Charlotte.
You are? Look, we might
be there.
Me
and Bree are going.
We'll talk off the pod. I might let me know, because are we doing what we supposed to do and getting tickets now, or are we gonna get them?
Oh, I already got them.
Why you ain't saying that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Cody. Once they confirmed Cody was there,
we'll find it. I'll just sit ringside and I'll look for you somewhere. Gosh,
there ain't no more ringside.
Oh, I'll find them. Don't worry, because we won't see them on Ticketmaster. They reselling them somewhere. And look,
I got mine through SeatGeek, bro.
You went SeatGeek. So I heard TickPix is better because they don't do the fees. I haven't looked yet, but apparently they don't do any, like the what's the name fees. They don't do any of those.
I can refund them and
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, and speaking of tickets, there's people on there saying that they went ahead, they weren't going to WrestleMania, now they got WrestleMania tickets because of the match. Because at the end of the day, that stare off, it took me back to when Sting would rappel from the rafters. And that's all the time we have for you folks. We'll see you next week. And then it goes off.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it felt last night.
See you next week.
That's how it felt, because it was like.
So we getting that kind of Hogan and The Rock stare down to end to get the crowd.
Do not touch each other until WrestleMania. I don't even want you to breathe heavily on each other till WrestleMania.
Now he may get into it with Jimmy and them or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, Rock, yeah, him. I can't.
Yeah,
this is actually going to be where you see how they value Solo, because Solo's always gotten his on everybody. Like, yeah, they may get it back later, but Solo has always gotten his off on everybody.
Rob versus Solo at Perth Elimination Chamber, that would be lit. A little setup, get a little ring rust knocked off.
Get the ring rust knocked off, because we've seen Rock does have ring rust when he's gone. You know, that's Survivor Series match with Truth against.
Yeah.
I mean, we see what happened with John Cena. You know,
Cena and Truth. Well, yeah. I mean, they're at that age now. Rock is how old now?
50, 51, something like that.
Damn, I feel old now.
He's
up there now.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be natural ring rust. Now the question is like they said, they haven't been pushing the match because he hasn't had time to get in the ring shape. You got all the time in the world now, and you have no excuse. You can just go do a world tour of schools. You can go hit flatback. Shout out to Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze down there in Florida with the flatbacks wrestling academy.
Yeah,
you can go to the Nightmare Factory. You can go to the dungeon. You can go and get you, and not to mention,
you can go where?
To the dungeon.
Oh, he can't go to the Nightmare Factory. I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
He can't go.
Cody's always. Cody is a team player, and Cody's always what's best for business. He can go to the Nightmare Factory. He probably won't get the warmest welcome, and you might get a couple of stiff chops.
Somebody be like, you got a lot of balls coming in here.
Yeah, coming in here, Mister. And he can also, and the one beautiful thing about The Rock coming back now is The Rock has the time to go to NXT and go to the Performance Center and work with more of these talents. Because I remember they dropped a video of him working with his daughter.
Yeah, I remember that.
Just trying to teach her a little. He has the time to go down there and get in the ring and do what Punk just did for the Rumble. Go down there and help cultivate the future.
Well, he kind of did that a while ago, like when Ava was.
When Ava was doing her joint. Yeah. So, but now you actually have time to go down there and get in the ring, and actually, you can go down there and have a daily session with Trick. Help Trick get better in the ring.
I tell you, that ain't happening. He's still, spring football coming up, so he got to promote that.
Listen, but you know what? And I was talking to Shanda about that last night. I'm actually excited for this new league too, because spring
Destroying just got
football.
signed.
Finally, we don't have to only watch basketball and baseball and hockey during this. Like, I'm so amped for that. I wish they would have pushed it to April, May, so that way we could have got it all during the summer. That way we would have had something, because I'm sorry, but that stretch where there's nothing but baseball and hockey on, if you could cancel channels, I would have just canceled ESPN and Fox Sports Net and stuff during that time, because it is hard.
ESPN.
It'd be if there's no football or basketball on ESPN, is dog.
Look, they'll still
and all they talk about it.
Dog, the top 10 plays, 7 of them be catches. Like,
yeah.
I'm not watching this. But, a lot of people are mentioning that he's using his clout on the board to come in and do this. Right now, you have to do any and everything you can to remove the taste of Vince McMahon out of fans' mouths right now, no matter what.
And allegedly, he got that $30 million.
I mean, but if you want big marketing, you already know Dwayne is pure knowledge.
Like, let's look at that. Let's look at what this marketing and hype train is about to be on ESPN and the Tonight Show, and the level of, because they ask him this question everywhere he goes. They ask Roman the question everywhere
they just asked him on First Take with Stephen A.
First Take with the turtleneck and the glasses on. This is the match, and it's crazy because we fans know that Austin's the biggest WWE superstar ever to exist.
Right.
But the biggest star in sports and entertainment is Dwayne. And we're at a point where we can actually get that match now. Let's get it, knock it out, and be done with it, so it's not this weight around our neck every year, come Rumble and come in. Because the last 3 years, it's been, when are they pulling the trigger on? Now they are. And that's why fans are so fickle, because they've been clamoring for it and hoping for it and wishing and praying for it. And now they get it. But because it's Cody, who people don't want to admit they love, I don't know. Like, I don't understand what the issue is with people. Oh my, just say you're a Cody fan. It's like me and Drake. I finally just come out and admit it. No matter what he does musically, I'm going to be a fan. I don't have to like what he puts out every time he puts it out, but I'm a fan. It is what it is. You don't have to like Cody. But at the top of the hour on 9 o'clock, I bet you in your house. Whoa!
Hey, every time it come on, I be on the bed. Whoa! My brother's in.
When I was younger. Like, it's a thing. Like, let's admit it. You know what I mean? So not you, Black. We're not talking about you, Black.
Oh, okay.
We're not for the people that ain't Cody fans. We're not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people who be trying to act like they don't really rock with Cody.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm like Mills Lane, man. I'm firm and fair. The house. When I said,
you like Judge Mills Lane?
When I said, hey, he's earned the right to not be called Benedict Arnold anymore. So I do that.
No, but I'm gonna be honest with you. When is the last time y'all remember a babyface overcoming as much adversity over a year than what Cody had to do from WrestleMania last year to now?
His name is John Cena.
And I know it, because if it's Cena, I would be okay with it being, but I don't remember Cena overcoming this much adversity.
What about Sting?
So I was gonna go Sting, but I think I'm gonna go Austin in '99. Not Royal Rumble winner Stone Cold, but when Vince won it. So the year before that, and then having to go through Vince at, you know what I mean, and having to go through Vince at St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and having to deal with the multiple. There's but other than, I can't think of the time a babyface went through as much as Cody has gone through over the course of a year to get him back to that top spot.
Can't say Mick Foley, because Mick Foley wasn't never.
And then even during that, Foley was winning during that stretch when they were trying to build him up. He got 3 WWF titles in the course of a year. You know, that's what, like, not winning a championship. Like, let's focus and zoom in on it. Even a babyface that is yet to have won their first world championship in the company, going through as much as they went through over the course of a year. We don't have one. Because even with Austin, his first run, he didn't really go through much except for when it came time for DX to go after him. And then the next night is when you got Austin McMahon started. But on the way to their first world title, we ain't had one, bro.
Not
Maybe
the longevity that
not
Cody
the
is.
longevity.
Right.
A year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's been baby faces that have gone through a
Yeah,
lot.
but that longevity ain't like this.
But
You
we
not-
gotta look at it too, like the stardom, how like it wasn't the whole way through his career. It just once you made that jump.
Because if we being fair, we can go all the way back to Stardust and having a lead. Like Cody's been through a lot to get to where he is today. So when Black says he's earned the right to not be a Benedict Arnold anymore, he's not lying. Like Cody has gone through the ringer.
Yeah.
I remember booing him in AEW when they came to Greensboro. Not because I didn't like the guy, just turn heel. That's it. I wanna be able to come and show my vocal displeasure of you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's what I want. And as a wrestling fan, I'm entitled to that one.
Right.
But in terms of where we are now, I don't think there's a big don't get me wrong. Roman and Cody was selling tickets. You're not gonna tell me WrestleMania is not gonna be sold completely out now. Because
It will
like
be.
we've said, we have redefined what the casual fan is now. The casual fan during the Attitude Era is just somebody who tuned in because it was cool in pop culture. The casual fan now is the old Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression fans who left during the PG and Reality Era, and they're coming back and kind of, that's not my wrestling. You know, the back in my day, guys.
Yeah, damn.
But even then, you gotta understand, like the Attitude Era wasn't all that perfect or great.
Triple H said it, and I'm thankful he finally said it. He said it was filled with a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Because it was.
And then you have to understand who was behind the wheel on some of those, on most of those.
Vince Russo. This
he took that mess to WCW.
Yeah, and that's why
and TNA, unfortunately.
And that's why my company no longer exists anymore, because of Vince Russo and his booking style and Bischoff allowing him to do and having guys having creative control and all that. But at the end of the day, the guys that haven't watched wrestling in 10 or 15 years, I guarantee you they're gonna tune in.
Yeah, they tune in.
The Rock is back. Man, I remember when when we're out in public and people ask me what my podcast, what the podcast is about. They're like, "Oh yeah, I haven't watched since the good days with Stone Cold and The Rock." And those people are gonna start tuning in now.
It's not the good days. I mean, it's great now.
It's subjective. It's subjective. They don't like the in-ring style. They don't like the lack of character. Because let's be honest, there aren't that many characters now.
No.
Like there aren't that many, like the almighty Bobby Lashley is still Bobby Lashley. Like that's who he is.
Yeah.
But you don't have the Mankinds and the Canes and the characters are inside of the persona now, not the persona being the character.
Right.
You don't have the doinks. You don't have the and even going to TNA back when Abyss was a thing.
Yeah.
You don't have the character-driven aspect of wrestling like that, and that's what they came up on. So it's all subjective. If they think that time was good for them, then that we can't say that it wasn't, because they were larger-than-life characters. But now with the reality aspect of the sports entertainment of it, guys are coming out using their real name, and hey, we prefer that because we like the reality, we like the realness aspect of it. Because fans like us, we've always hated when people disrespect the industry and say it's not a real sport.
Yeah.
Now, looking at where it is, it's closer to being a real sport than it's ever been. And that upsets some people, because some people want an escape from the realism. They don't want the reality aspect of it. Some people used to watch wrestling just to get away from everything.
Right. Yeah. That's
true.
Unfortunately,
that's just how, Hulk Hogan, that's not how he is in real life.
Right.
Now, you have people like the Ultimate Warrior who ended up being who he was in real life. But on TV, he was still a larger than life character. The Berserker, the model Rick Martel. Yeah. Like, you had so many characters driving the vehicle before that. Now, your top baby faces. Cody is not a character. That's Cody on off camera.
Randy Orton.
Randy
Jay,
Orton is who he is on and off camera. Bianca Belair is who she is
That's her.
on and off camera.
Jay
Like,
Uso.
Jay is really like that in person.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? So that's
Him
where
and
we
Jimmy.
are now.
That's
Him
who they
and
are.
Jimmy.
Clowns.
Clowns. They were clowns when I went to that meet and greet. They were clowning then. They because I had on my Bullet Club, my satin jacket. And they was digging it.
Still tough. That's still tough.
They were digging. They were like, man, woo. They were doing all that. Like, man, we need to get some of that. I said, hey, man, you might need to talk to your team about it.
Your people's about that. But you know what though, and even looking at it, we've seen, because we definitely need to get into these predictions, but we've seen people complain about Jimmy and how he's being utilized right now. Like he wasn't always comedic. Jimmy's always been this guy. The handshake.
He's always
my dog.
Yeah.
He's always been there. Like, oh, and now they're making him a joke. Jimmy's always been a comedic value person. He's always had it. So, but once again, that we live in a "what have you done for me lately" society.
Like they forgot so quickly. They quickly forgot about that. Like, yo, that's what he was doing.
But I'm all for the match because I'm ready to get it done and over with so that we possibly never have to see The Rock wrestle again. So it's kind of one of those things. Thank you for giving it to us to get it out the way for me. And I can only speak for me. But I'm fine with it being over and done with and moving forward. And this will be the last vestige of Vince McMahon anything going forward. Right. The Rock is that last guy that came up under Vince that can still be utilized like that. Brock is gone now. Taker's finally retired. Austin got his walk off into the sunset. This is it. Like once Rock is done with this, there's no more Vince McMahon left to be had in the do.
Nope.
So let's get it, knock it out the way, be done. All right, y'all.
What we came here for.
What we came for. We are at I almost want to call it an impasse when it comes to NXT because this could be the changing of the guard if certain things happen. Because Ilya is one of those guys that still represents black and gold and UK time of NXT.
Yeah.
He's the champ. This has been and it's definitely because of injury. I'm not gonna blame him specifically for it, but this has been one of those times where this has been a very lackluster run. It's been injuries. So he's like Kota Ibushi. He's just so beat up that when it's time for him to sit down sometime, he's gone for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
And which sucks is your champion because you never like Roman being gone is to elicit heat, to elicit a reaction. Ilya being gone hurts his run, but it also hurts the brand because you're our guy.
And you're a hard-hitting guy, too.
And you're a hard-hitting guy. Not to mention, you're the last person to beat Gunther.
Yeah.
So for him to be gone, it hurts. But this is a chance for Sean to show where we're going to be at in NXT the next 5 years. Because the matches that are scheduled, I think it's going to be a good show. I don't know if it's going to be... It's weird almost because we're looking at takeovers and stuff again now as takeovers. You have to get out of the mindset of what an NXT takeover is now versus what it was because they finally brought the takeover tagline back late last year. You got Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker versus Carmelo and Trick in the Dusty Tag Team Classic final. So it's weird. I like it because of the dynamics. You got the story between Melo and Braun. You got the story of Melo and Trick. You got the story of how, Baron and Braun Breaker came together, kind of like how it was with Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. But I just feel like with the Dusty Tag Team Classic, a real tag team needs to be in the finals every year. Yeah. Like an actual tag team. Now, this year, like I said, I'm gonna give them a pass because of what the main event is, and that's your main storyline going in. But even still, you could have put them up against a real tag team. I'm going Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker on that match.
Oh, I am.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially to start off, I see some shenanigans or possibly like some miscommunication that correlates into pushing Melo and Trick story, maybe some miscommunication, and Melo hits Trick and they start arguing or something like that. I'm looking for some shenanigans. Baron and Braun aren't gonna win clean, but they do need to win because they've gained some steam and some traction. Baron Corbin is one of them guys. He's gonna do whatever you ask him to do, and he's gonna take it and run with it
and make it look good.
Because this little odd couple tag team was not supposed to work.
Honestly, it's been fire because you got two banger brothers. That's damn. Hold on. No pun intended. No pun.
Hey, look! You put the girl on the head because we know who Bang Bros are. So look.
Hey, none of those guys. Hush, Black.
You got to do better.
Look.
But no, you got them together. Baron has reinvented himself twice down in NXT during this run, and I love it.
I like the communication between them too. It's like it's a little jokey, but it's a little like, hey.
And have you noticed an increase in Braun's work rate? Like Braun, I don't know if it's Baron working with him or what, but he's gotten better in the ring, and he was never bad, but he's gotten even better in the ring since being with Baron.
You see that boy running the ropes?
Boy,
that boy moving.
And even taking it back to that cutter.
Hey, dog. Beautiful. Boy, dog.
Even when he pulled off, he said, hoo-hoo! Like, but we all going with Braun and Baron.
Oh, for sure.
Mr. 211, noticeable by his absence. Everybody, hey man, we'll catch you when you get back. But we're gonna be reading off his some of his predictions. I don't think he gave us all of them, but we'll give you what he got. So it's gonna be a unanimous Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. Another match that is going to set the tone for what's moving forward is Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria. Her run's falling flat to me.
Who?
Lyra Valkyria. Like her run is just kind of
me.
Well, I mean, because you really haven't had anybody to like run up against her.
Run up on her. I just don't. So it's weird. She's one of those people that when they put the belt on her,
it was a shot.
It kind of limits you a little bit from what you can do. Like she's like and I'm not comparing her to these people I'm about to list, but like a Jake the Snake Roberts or an Arn Anderson, where if you put the belt on them, you limit who they can feud with, how they can feud with them.
Right.
Like back when Jake was doing what he was doing, you can put him in the ring against Rick Martel, and and no belt on the line, but you would have been invested in the story. Yeah. But that's not going to main event a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania.
No.
Right.
So when you put the belt on certain people, it limits their capability of who and how they can feud with somebody. Now, Roxanne Perez she's still seen as the future in NXT. That's one of Booker T's people, but Sean loves her. Sean absolutely loves her energy, her work rate. She could win this and revamp her career, especially heading into Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend. She could definitely get some much needed oomph in her career.
Because it's been kind of stagnant for a while.
Like she was after she beat Mandy, and then she just and now she's just doing this. Damn. So, actually, I'm gonna go with Lyra. I think Lyra retains. I don't know who they put her up against that Stand and Deliver, but I don't see Roxanne coming out on this one. This is one of those times I hope I'm wrong, because maybe Lyra just needs a reset and a character adjustment. Unless they're gonna give it to Blair at Stand and Deliver.
I'm gonna go with Roxanne.
Roxanne? Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of switch it up. I think this may be the rejuvenation that she needs, and I mean, we'll kind of see where the women's picture, goes from here. Because obviously, after Vengeance Day is gonna ramp up, we're gonna see a lot more and whatnot. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. They got a lot of good stuff going down in NXT. So we'll see. Somebody gonna step up.
Somebody always does. It's next man up down there, and it's beautiful to see because Sean is training them to say, "Hey, look, when it's your time, show up and show out. When it's not your time, it is what it is." Black, who you got?
Oh man, the words of 211, the Bird Lady.
The Bird Lady. You got the Bird Lady. So it's me, Black, and 211 with Lyra, and Ron. You going with
Roxanne?
You going with Roxanne? Okay, like that.
Roxanne, not the man.
Next, you got Oba Femi and Dragon Lee. I think it's unanimous. We're going with Oba.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
We don't even have to. Yeah. We can focus just on Oba right now at this point. We don't have to talk about Dragon Lee.
Is that guy? Sean has been hitting
Oba is over.
Yeah.
Over the look. Huh, 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 huh.
I rock with him. I love because you know what? Oba can be what they wanted Lashley to be during his first run.
Okay.
Just with more personality.
Mm-hmm.
He can be that guy, and I see bright things in his future.
Yeah.
I definitely see him. I don't want to say dog walking Dragon Lee,
He's
but
dog walking.
I wouldn't even make this match close, honestly. Not in NXT.
I would say it would be like one of the,
An
give the baby face a little
8-9 match.
offense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little bit of
a
offense.
little bit of offense, but it's not gonna be nothing to where that Dragon Lee is gonna show any dominance. It's gonna be over. Like we're gonna get the slaps, gonna get the chops, the throws, bro. I don't know, like him coming out and being who he's been, like he can still work on the mic, but I think that he's growing with that. His in ring is going to be dope. He can find.
I mean, but that's what your mid-card championship should be, though. It should be to get your guy ready for his ascent. He may not be next in line, but Oba's gonna get an NXT World Championship run. It's gonna happen.
Sure.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And definitely, hey, listen, you can't take the strap off my guy during Black History Month. Like
You better not.
Sean, listen.
You better
We know
not.
NXT and wrestling is for the. We know that, but you got to come out strong and prove that too, because you can't take it off. You can't take it off Oba. Like especially not yet. Oba needs to have that Adam Cole, Wes Lee kind of run where he gets built. I actually would be okay with him pulling the Keith Lee and being joint champ.
Yeah,
I would be okay with it. I'm just because he has that force and that like the stature about him that he can beat. Like who gonna beat him?
Who gonna beat me?
Who gonna beat Oba? Who better than Oba? Nobody.
Because I'm over like a Range Rover.
Like a Range Rover.
Throw up the diamond like Hova.
Jeez. Okay.
Boy, bars.
Bar. Look, I wish I had the sound. So it's unanimous. We're going over
for sure.
Next match, and it's weird because I wish they would have won the titles. We got the Family versus OTM. I've been with OTM since it started. I've rocked with it since it started.
They grew on me. They grew on you. It was a little cringy at first. A little cringy.
I mean, but anytime but see, that's the thing, and that's the beautiful thing about development. Anytime that you're trying to establish new, like how does he go from Reggie the circus guy to Scripps to Reggie now? You know what I mean? To Scripps out the mud. Yeah. It's gonna be a little cringe just because you have to go from getting completely scripted to show us who you are.
Right.
Give us some and I know they take promo class and stuff serious down there.
Oh yeah.
But it's different when you have to talk and they're giving you almost bullet points, like when he was Scripps and doing the hacker angle, those were all bullet points and hey, do this versus go out there and talk your homie.
Hey, and they be talking it. And I like how they be
talking it, bro.
Hey, when they went to the restaurant and they put on that bitten ass, I said, boy, I loved it. And then Jada, the addition of Jada is like
definitely fire. Love it.
I like that kind of raunchy ghetto, like I'm from the hood. Like, what you want to do?
And you know what? We're gonna segue for a second. And speaking of additions, last night we saw BFAB added to the Pride. How do we feel about that? Because officially the stable is named the Pride. They haven't put the title up on their intro yet, but I love the and then the held fist. I love that. That was great.
I think it was meant to happen. I just didn't know when it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't see Bianca.
Because they become too dominant at that point. Yeah. And Scarlett's not something. Now, if it would have been them versus Judgment Day, then you throw Bianca there as an enforcer against Rhea. I actually would have preferred it be like a Kalani or a not Jada, but our girl from Metaphor.
Lash.
Not Lash.
Other one.
Oh, the light skin. What her name?
Oh my gosh, I can't remember my girl name right now to save my life. Oh my gosh, and it's gonna escape me the whole time too. Like I gotta look it up. I don't like looking stuff up, but Oh my God, what's my girl name?
Jakara.
Yeah.
Jakara Jackson.
Yeah.
I would have preferred her. I'd prefer her with the Pride, but I'm gonna give B-Fab a chance. It was a nice
What about
bump kick.
Adonis? Like, because we were supposed to get hey man, I'm trying to get my chance, and we ain't get that either.
Who?
Adonis.
Oh, he ain't catering.
Yeah.
I guess Mr. GM said, I can't do nothing for you, brother.
I mean, Ashanti has a place somewhere.
Yeah.
I just don't know where.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they could have put him and Cedric together.
We'll put him back in NXT.
Where has Cedric been at? Catering.
Besides art matches.
Unnecessarily, because the man is talented beyond nature.
Very talented.
He had a good match on SmackDown. I ain't seen him since.
Ain't seen
very
like y'all brought him back to have a standout match, and then you do nothing with him. Like this, so there's still some misses in the Triple H regime. Don't get me wrong. There's still plenty. Cedric being one.
At least they let the LWO do their thing a little bit.
You know what? And I like Andrade ended up being the leader of LWO eventually. I like that. Put him with them. Let them kind of integrate him in the WWE style, and then you can do whatever. I mean, I don't care about the LWO anymore. I genuinely think that the Carlito experiment has been a D-, F+.
We're not getting Carlito.
No, we're getting
Farlito.
What?
Far away.
Oh, okay.
No, don't do it, please.
Yep. Bye.
Look, I was like, bro, like what? But not seriously though. OTM and the family. I just don't. It's weird. I say this every time they have a match. I don't care about the family until the family's on my screen. Like I don't care about Channing and Tony D until they're wrestling, and then I'm like, okay, I see why they, you know. But who we got coming out of that one?
I would say it might be OTM.
I think it's time for OTM to get a dub against them, especially if you're going to still continue to have them be near each other. Like, because eventually it comes, well, they can't win nothing, so why are y'all still having them feud?
I'm OTM.
Yeah. So we'll go unanimously with them. I know 211 went with them as well. So we can go ahead and get past that because it kind of is one of those things. That's probably going to be the opening match.
Yeah,
just to go ahead and get it started, and then unless you start with the Dusty Cup finish, so you can give Trick time to recover and rest for the main event. You got Dijak and Joe Gacy. I miss Schism Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
But I love this Dijak. So it's weird.
Ooh, I love it. Hey, bro,
I love Dijak, bro.
He doing his thing, bro.
He doing his thing. He reminds me of Enforcer Big Daddy Cool Diesel before he really had his whole thing, but the stoic shades and I'll go out there and handle business, and then that's who he reminds me of, and I love it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Okay, Steph with the 50 piece against the Hawks. I don't know. It's weird because Dijak is an older veteran. It's probably about time for him to go up. So
back up to the main roster.
Yeah, back up to the main roster because Dijak is who you're gonna remember now. You're not gonna remember T-Bar anymore. Like the main roster not gonna remember T-Bar. So it's okay for him to go up. I don't know if it's weird because Schism Joe Gacy had something. Don't know what he had, but he had something. But this Joe Gacy is just kind of, they're still developing it. So, I mean, does he need the win? Does it hurt him if he loses it? You know, it's just one of those. That's one of those toss-up matches.
It probably hurt Gacy. It'll definitely hurt him
if he loses.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's like he's trying to reinvent himself, and him losing, it's kind of like, well, like, I mean, what are we gonna do, bro?
What are we gonna do then? What are you gonna do? Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna let y'all pick first, and then when I think of it, I'm gonna give y'all mine. So you going with who? You going with Trigger?
Dijak.
You going with Dijak? Okay.
Dijak. Oh no, I have a thing. I like Joe Gacy.
I just genuinely like Joe Gacy.
He's a
I feel
CZW,
like
CZW guy too.
and I actually think Joe Gacy could end up being the Kevin Owens replacement. Actually, like when KO starts to tone it down and get out of the ring, not necessarily character wise, but space on their career because they got similar move sets. They're both deceptively athletic. And they both can promo the hell out of a feud. Like Gacy is great on the mic. They just haven't let him shine too much on it, which is really where I feel like the disconnect between him and the NXT universe is when you put him in the bubble of Schism, and those are the only kind of promos that he can give you. Of course, you're gonna think that that's all he's capable of, but he's actually really entertaining.
Yeah.
So you got Black.
I'm gonna go with Dijak.
You want Dijak? I'm gonna go. We're gonna make it unanimous and we're gonna pull Dijak. Yeah,
it's hard.
I want it to be Gacy. I'll be happy if I'm wrong if it's Gacy. I'll say that. But that's gonna be one of those matches I'm really watching because I want to see how Sean and them view Gacy.
Yeah,
because it's like you can tell that he's a Triple H style guy, but he's with Sean right now. Now, if he comes up to the main roster eventually, Gacy's gonna get some love.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I put
Kevin Owens love.
He's gonna get the Kevin Owens love. That's why, and I think that's why I said it because Triple H likes Gacy. They're similar. I think that's why I put him in the KO vein.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Dijak. If it's Gacy, I'm happy. If it's Dijak, I'm happy. Either way, I'm happy with that. Your main event, and this is why I called Vengeance Day the changing of the guard. Possibly, if Trick Williams wins, number one, Ilya's going up to the main roster. But also, number two, Trick will finally be able to complete the separation from Carmelo. Because at this point, the story, I don't want to say it's dragged along.
Yes.
But it's served, we've gotten all the meat that's on the bone off of it.
Yeah.
Like, and even when we do feel like that, they find a little bit of gristle and they throw it on, and you like, okay, I do like that little touch you did, but I'm almost full. I'm almost full. Like it's time. And that's why I called for shenanigans in the opening bout, because if he wins, it'll be coming off of a loss. It'll add and fans, if y'all are NXT fans, if you're a Triple H fan, you know that damn logo in the corner don't mean the show over.
Just stand by.
Stand by.
Yeah.
You never know what's coming. If Trick wins, we definitely get the Melo turn. I actually would like the Trick turn though.
Yeah, I would rather see Trick turn.
I would prefer the Trick turn because Melo is a main roster babyface. I don't see Melo as a main roster.
I was just about to bring it up because he's getting babyface love.
He's getting babyface love. He's getting pops, and then you can establish Trick as your next dominant, because I hate seeing babyface champ, or heel champ. Let's interweave it, get the Trick turn, and now the theme song gets a little more arrogant when you hear it. The whoop that Trick gets a little more arrogant when you hear it. The bravado of coming out in the Gucci robe gets a little more arrogant when you see it, when he's a heel versus when he's a face.
Right.
You know, and I mean, but you know what, to be fair, I don't know if I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think I enjoy heel work more now that I'm older. As a kid, I was a babyface guy. I'm a Sting guy. Of course I was. But I think I enjoy heel work more now that I'm older.
Because like with baby faces, it's like sometimes you could be like the white meat baby face of everything.
And you get tired of that.
That's like, damn, you smile all the time. Like you got a little bit
of like, what are you so happy about? Life ain't all puppies and rainbows, dog.
You want to growl a little bit?
Yeah.
Waiting on scare your ass.
And but you know what though? And even with Trick, I think his work rate is heelish.
Yeah, and
he's a little explosive, but he doesn't have that wow factor in the ring yet because he's still fine-tuning it. You make him a heel, now it becomes you look at his stature, you look at his power, you look at his size. Who gonna beat him?
Right. Even with Braun as a babyface, like I never enjoyed Braun as a babyface.
But he also has the explosive factor in his moveset. Like the Steiner line and the spear and the catch powers, like those moves get a pop when he's a face, because it's like, oh, like that cutter. That's not a heel cutter.
Yeah, that's a babyface.
That's a babyface move, and that spear is a babyface spear because he has the best spear in the business right now.
Oh, for sure.
That joke,
Sure.
he be hitting.
I want to see how he hit that thing on Roman.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
boom, damn.
You know what? No, I want to see him because now that we don't have Dolph or Kyle O'Reilly on the roster now, who's the best seller on the roster?
Honestly, Mello sells.
Mello up there, right? Mello's a
Mello
great
sells
seller.
very.
Seth.
If
I
he
think
ain't,
Roman's good.
You think Roman's? Yeah.
Roman sells very well.
Roman takes damage really well.
Yeah.
But we're saying all that to say this. Like I said in the beginning, the Ilya run, he's hurt, is injured. Hey, it is what it is. He can go up to the main roster, and from there, you can do what you want to with him. You can have him dethrone Gunther, which I'm not a fan of. I think you've already done it once before. You don't need to do it again. You can have him join.
That's to the hardcore fan. Like everybody wouldn't.
Yeah. But I still think it's got to be Jay. Like, because Jay's not going to win the world title. Jay needs that one signature moment in his career where it's like, I remember when you became a main eventer.
Right.
Yeah.
Winning that IC title will be what it is. Because your main event, Jay, you broke apart from the bloodline. You pinned Roman for the first time in 3 years. All that stuff is cool. But what is his claim to fame?
Right.
Yeah.
If he gets that IC title off of Gunther, who's celebrating 600 of them things, 600 of them things. We talking about NXT UK Gunther.
Yeah.
600 of them things. That man's been champion for just about as long as he's been signed.
Yeah.
And Gunther be talking that.
And he be talking that. What? Listen, but you can do what you want to with Ilya. I think Ilya's more of a SmackDown guy. I don't see him being on Raw. I think he's a SmackDown guy, but we'll see. But he can't do anything else in NXT for me. Like I think he's served his purpose. He's done what he needs to do down there. Just go ahead and call him up, put the strap on Trick, and let's hope it's not an Ultimate Warrior run.
Right.
Like we don't want to. I don't want them to give it to him, and he. Oh yeah, and I mean, hey, listen, if Trick can
Black
get it,
History Month.
Black History Month. We know
Why
Sean
not?
rock with us. Sean rocks with us, so
Why
we
not?
might can get that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Black. I'm with you on that. No pun, Black. But I definitely think this will be the time where if you put the belt on Trick, especially going into Stand and Deliver, you can finally finish cementing his character and who he is. Now, I mean, of course, somebody like him that's as over as he is, you want him to win it at the WrestleMania event or whatever. Right. But there's nothing wrong with him carrying the belt into WrestleMania and defending the belt at WrestleMania either.
Right.
So I'm either way with him. I'm fine with him winning. It took me a little longer to hop on the Trick train than most everybody else did, just because I place so much value and stock on in-ring work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's still growing and learning. But as the young kids like to say now, his aura is undeniable.
Right.
It's undeniable. You can't listen, Black. I get so tired. Listen, we want to get more. I want to be more active on the BTBX, but as soon as I get on, all I see is a Trick entrance.
Aura.
Okay, y'all figured out a word that is y'all can run out with. Have
right.
It. But
as long as they don't give them that North American run.
Dog. And even then it was like,
bro, I was like, what?
But it got us Obafemi.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Another hindsight moment. It got us Obafemi. So
I mean, I knew why they did it though.
Yeah. They put it on to capitalize on the beginnings of his, because when he started microwaving, they turned the temperature up on him. Like he was a microwave guy. He wasn't an oven or a slow roast or a broil guy. He was a hot pocket. And they put the sleeve on him and threw him on a paper plate and hit 2 minutes on the microwave and then bing.
Bro, that's
all right. Now he's
that's all right, man. You ain't gotta talk about the hot pocket.
Oh, the hot pocket. My bad. I'm sorry, bro. I know that's still a sore subject. My bad. The hot pocket. Jesus. Hey man, is it unanimous? Are we all going Trick?
We're going Trick.
Are we going whoop that
Trick.
Yeah.
Whoop that Trick. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I like it. Oh yeah, man.
Nah, I don't like y'all know I don't like book with that. Oh yeah, man.
Bro, they don't got that.
Oh yeah, man. I'd be hyped when he hit that part. I like that.
Never mind, they probably ain't gonna have that in 2K. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm interested in seeing how his interest is in 2K. They might patch it in.
But bro, because how would you work it? Is it only gonna get the book on NXT?
Yeah, nah, book's not even popular on the game, so never mind. It wouldn't even. I think they're gonna patch in to whoop that Trick. They're not gonna patch into
the Booker T.
Oh, did y'all see WrestleFlow did a freestyle over his intro?
Boy, hard
dog, hard. Hey,
I was like, boy, he was eating that.
WrestleFlow, we want you on the pod one day, man. So if you get a chance to watch, we definitely want you on here, bro. Because I would love to ask him what his favorite WrestleFlows are. Like out of all the ones he's done, I would love to know. I know he's gonna say the Adam Cole and Undisputed one is definitely top tier for him, but I want to see who else he thinks is, because y'all know I love Sean Spears' theme song. Like that's my itch right there. But he's provided a lot of content for wrestlers, and he's another Black content creator that we want to celebrate this month in Black History. Shout out to Jobber Tears. Shout out to Sir Wilkins showing up and showing out some Royal Rumble weekend. Definitely put on for Black History, period. Not even a month. Black History every day overhead. Look, we celebrated 364 and a half, and in leap year this year, 365. You know, we celebrated all the time, but shout out to him and the crew over at Jobber Tears doing big things. If Trick wins, though, and this is my question, and I'm gonna end it on this one for me. Who do you see down the line to take it from him? Right now, like, of course, we'll see some stuff get defined. There may be some more signings later or whatever. Who do you see? Who are you picking as a blue chip prospect eventually to take it from him? Because hey, everybody wins and everybody loses. Eventually, he's gonna have to lose the strap. So who do y'all see could possibly be a name to take it from him?
Well, depending on what route he's going to go, whether he's going to be a baby face or he's going to continue to be a baby face or he's going to turn into a heel.
West.
Okay.
If he's a baby face, then Dijak.
Okay. Oh yeah, man.
I would say Wesley when he comes back. West got to get his get back, bro. West need that one.
That was my pick. Listen, West was my. I think West is Cody, but gonna get a better run.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Cody, but Kofi. West is Kofi and gonna get a better run. I think Kofi, because
you definitely got to worry about no Brock Lesnar coming to get you.
You know what I mean? Listen, I'm okay with Black champions again because we ain't got to worry about Brock coming out and taking the belt from him. Like, it ain't no coincidence. It ain't no coincidence, bro. Vince knew what he was doing every time. Every single time.
Nobody has to worry about on either roster anymore.
You know why? Because Brock Lesnar. You know what? Black, hold that cup up.
Oh. Because you got to do better.
Hey, if you're looking for any kind of merch of Brock Lesnar, 99.9% of all his merchandise is on sale now. Go to www.shop.com and make sure you grab your Brock Lesnar merch before it's off the site.
Hey, I mean, if you want
to. Hey, look.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I wonder how Sable's responding to those text messages. Like, nobody's even mentioned the fact that the man has a wife. Like,
I mean, yeah, but
oh yeah, man.
Sometimes, man, you never know.
Yeah.
Allegedly could have been down for the cause, but that's no here nor there.
That's neither here nor there. Unanimous Trick, Mr. 211 picked Trick as well. So that's why I think Vengeance Day could definitely be a changing of the guard. And going into this WrestleMania season, with the signing of a Braun Breaker to whatever main roster brand he's going to, with the signing of Tiffany Stratton now to SmackDown, they got a lot. They have the best young developing women's roster on the planet.
Right.
But they also have a great mid-card division. Now that Josh Briggs is solo, If you have not been following Josh Briggs since Evolve, the dude got it. He has it. It's just they've been waiting to get him introduced to the NXT and the WWE crowd. Jay Malachi, shout out to the homie. We saw you in the Chase U section Tuesday night. I still love Chase U. I was wondering how they were going to wrap it up and where they were going with it, and now they are. So my other name is Andre Chase to beat Trick for the belt. That would be a slow roast.
Yeah.
Turn the slow cooker on 12 hours and let it overnight.
Yeah.
There's a whole story there that I think can be crafted with how everything is being built in the storyline of Chase U on its own. That could be the final. Chase U is back. But that's really it for us, man. I hope Vengeance Day is good. I don't like it being on Sunday. I like Saturday PLEs.
Yeah, honestly, I done got so used to them now.
So used to them. So when I looked it up, I was like, Sunday.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna hate going to Revolution because it's gonna be on Sunday night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hate that.
I'm probably gonna take off.
Soon as the confetti fall.
Look.
I'm going to the house.
Hey, listen, if y'all don't, y'all know I got it. Y'all know I got the spare room for you. If you don't,
and they gonna be sleep.
Oh, you understand? I'm going to bed. Listen, because you know the pay-per-view gonna be 76 hours.
Yeah,
it's gonna 40. Ain't gonna have 42 doggone
matches. We definitely going past midnight.
Listen, because Shanda's taking me. I don't want her to because of how long their shows are. Because that's gonna make her be like, all right, I ain't doing this no more.
Yeah, she's like, nah, that's a wrap.
I'm trying to figure out.
This ain't the TV taping.
This ain't the TV taping.
On TNT and TBS.
No, and it's crazy because WrestleMania was pretty much out the window for us here, but now she's okay with going. She's like, you need to go ahead and start looking up ticket prices. I'm like, oh, so, but I don't want her to go because that's 2 days of like 6 hours back to back. We'll figure something out. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man. But and side note, I'm trying to figure out how AD and LeBron playing tonight, but they set out the Boston game even though we won.
Oh, I don't know. It happens.
That might be our problem,
Listen, we could trade LeBron. I'd be fine with it. If somebody want him, come get him. Come get him. Fine with it. Because they're saying Bronny going undrafted.
Oh,
I'm averaging like 5-2-2 right now.
Oh, he going to the what they call it, the G League.
He going to the G League. Him and LeBron gonna be on the elite.
Oh, with Dwayne's son.
He going to the G League.
The G League. Nah, Bron gonna
politic. It's gonna be the young one. It's gonna be the young one.
Nah, Bron gonna politic.
Bron gonna politic to get him up there.
But it's gonna be the young one that's gonna show.
Oh no, it's gonna be Bryce. It's Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce is it.
Bryce is that guy.
He's like that. But let's wraps up our first prediction show. We will be doing this going forward for y'all because we got a wealth of knowledge over here, but we enjoy still being fans of the industry. It's hard once you in any podcast host or wrestler will tell you once you get into it like this, it's hard to keep the passion going and growing. But this is my favorite time of the year. I like Christmas. I like my birthday. WrestleMania season is my holiday. This is when I can just let my hair down, as they like to say. Yeah, this is my soft life era right here. Where
soft life era.
But it's only like 3 or 4 months, and then it's back to the struggle is real. Because after this, not only does everything start over, but it gets hot outside.
It's already hot.
June bugs back out. Now I gotta wash my car every other day.
Yeah. Allergy season.
Yeah.
Like,
holiday season.
Yeah.
That's why I love this part because the bugs are still in hell right now. It's a good time. I can still rock a cardigan and some Timbs, right? Or some Uggs. I rock Uggs.
Oh, I'm about to say, I can't rock no
I
Timbs.
can't rock them things.
It's a
Ain't
little
comfortable.
warm. It's a little warm right
It's a little
now.
warm. Oh yeah, it's a little warm right now too, though. It's probably too warm for the. It's probably too warm for the Uggs now because that sheep inside is. Oof. But y'all, we appreciate y'all. Always, as always, like, follow, share, subscribe.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Down below, you got your IG and at Beyond the Bell Podcast, X_BTB Podcast _ TikTok, Beyond the Bell Podcast, Facebook. Go like and follow the Beyond the Bell Podcast Facebook page. Trigger. I was trying to sneak and see if I was gonna get it that I ain't want to make it evident. Let the people know where to find you at, my guy.
Well, y'all can find me on Instagram at official OVO sound _11. Y'all can find me on TikTok at Sharon L. Knight. And that's all pretty much y'all need to find me on. That's pretty much it.
I need to find nothing else. Blackout Jones, let them know where to find you at, pimp.
Oh man, you can find me on Instagram at blackout_Jones. You can find me on Facebook at Blackout Jones, and you can also find me on X at Joker Driver 514. Also, I know I haven't did my "You Guys to Do Better" segment, but
we got
for one day only for the next recording that we're going to do, the next show episode we're going to do. I'm gonna have one. It ain't gonna be "You Guys to Do Better." It's gonna be "I Don't Want You to Do Better."
Ooh. Oh, y'all be looking out for. Ooh, wow! I'm interested in that myself. I'm gonna take my podcast host off and become a fan that night. Oh, Steph dropped the 60 piece on him.
Woo!
And they lost.
I'm trying to pass 80, man.
They dropped the 60 piece and lost.
Tough.
That's tough. I'm sorry. Like anything after 30 and you lose, you like, why ain't you try? Like, what?
Come on, B.
Yeah, bro. It's at this point I get traded, cuz.
Oh yeah, nah, dog. Go. The Golden State run is over. It's and I'm glad we got to see it though. I'm thankful we got to live through it.
To see it.
But I'm glad it's over too. Because I prefer parity. I enjoy seeing multiple winners. I prefer, you know what I mean? Like, let everybody get a chance in the shine. That's why the Denver championship was dope because they never won one.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, y'all already know it's your boy Carlito Cannon, Carlito_Cannon at did I say underscore? Yeah. At Carlito_Cannon on X and on IG and on TikTok. Don't worry about my Facebook because I'm saved now. I'm trying to be better. So I can't have all y'all and y'all negative energy. You said what, sir?
I said bless you, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, why you coming for me, man? I'm trying to be better.
No. I wasn't coming for you.
I'm trying to live right, man. But nah, seriously, we really appreciate everything that y'all have done for us, and we're gonna keep doing more for y'all and bringing y'all this fire content. But as for now, Carolina Wrestling Cartel, and we about this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Deuces.
Out of
Taking the reins in this game, so you better.